On March 2, 1931, a Russian male child was born who would help end the Soviet Union's domination of Eastern Europe. Mikhail Gorbachev would grow up to be the last General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. As a child, he was raised by his peasant parents in southwestern Russia. In 1946, he joined the Young Communist League, which was called the Komsomol. He later attended Moscow State University to study law, and in 1952, he became a member of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. After being accepted as a member of the Communist Party, Gorbachev became a member of the Central Committee in 1971. The Central Committee was the highest committee within the Communist Party. In 1978, Gorbachev was appointed the Secretary of Agriculture, and he would go on to be the most active and the most known member within the party. 1 year later, on March 11, 1985, Gorbachev was elected the General Secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. Through gaining more power through his career, he began to think about leadership roles within the Soviet Union itself. Gorbachev's main goal was to revive the Soviet Union's economy, which had been slowly decreasing. To boost the economy, he began to modernize technology, and he hired more people to increase worker productivity. A few years later, though, Gorbachev's changes were not successful. In October of 1988, Gorbachev was elected the chairman of the National Legislature for the Soviet Union. The Communist Party would not allow Gorbachev to carry out his propositions that he made. They continuously got in the way without Gorbachev being able to create changes. This did not stop him, however. Gorbachev's goal was to create a better government, but he could not change the one that was currently in place that time. Later that year, a separate government was put into motion called the Congress of People's Duties. As Gorbachev continued his presidency through the Congress of People's Duties, he was able to maintain peace throughout his country and keep the relationship he had with outside countries peaceful as well. Along with many other leaders, Gorbachev wanted the Cold War to be put to an end. He played an important role during the fall of the Berlin Wall and in Germany's reunification. Coinciding with his leadership skills, Gorbachev was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1990. Not long after, in August of 1991, a new communist leader rose to the surface. His name was Boris Yeltsin. Yeltsin organized a coup in order to take power away from Gorbachev. They placed him and his family under house arrest to keep Gorbachev separated from the nation. The main reason behind the coup was that certain people who supported communism were fearing that there would be a collapse within the Soviet Union due to Gorbachev. After the attempted coup and removal of Gorbachev, the attempts failed and he returned back to Moscow. His power was never completely taken away from him, so Gorbachev remained as president of the Soviet Union. As president, he created a law stating that any communist activity was banned off of Russian soil, and not long after he decided to resign because he could not do much more for the country than what he had already done. Mikhail Gorbachev was an exceptional leader who destroyed communism in Russia through his various reforms and actions. Not only did he eliminate communism in Russia, but he influenced other countries, which later led to the downfall of communism in Europe completely.